Remember Carl Thomas flirting after work, and we are back. My boy Tyrone in the zone.
Absolutely.
Jade in the shade.
Hey, y'all.
My girl A Boogie.
Yes.
DJ Terry Franks.
Yes, sir.
And we got DJ K-Tron on the ones and twos.
Yep.
We have a special guest, y'all, in the house with us right now. Over the phone, we have Big Center, the center extraordinaire.
Okay.
I gotta say, one of my favorite centers. Why?
Yeah.
Because this brother lays wood.
Yeah.
When he lays the pick, and on basketball terms, you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
When
Solid.
you need somebody to stop
Solid.
the room. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is who you call. Ladies and gentlemen, NBA champion. That's right, y'all. Kendrick Perkins.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Perkins, KP.
Give it to him.
Yes.
What's going on, fellas? Hey, see, that was a hell of an intro right there. I might have to call back and let you do that one again.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, man.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to tell you, I really appreciate you for calling because, a lot of people, when they run those screens, man, they ain't really got the right thing in front of them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But When how you say, when you plant your feet, bro, you plant your feet.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. You are, in my opinion, you are the contributing factor to winning that championship, man. I just want to say thank you for giving me those memories. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
KP
man, I
got heart.
appreciate y'all, man.
All right.
Thank y'all, man.
So
appreciate y'all having me on.
So without any further ado, because I don't beat around the bush, so let's get right into it.
Yes.
All right. This melee, man, it just, this thing with KD just seemed like it spun somewhat out of control. I mean, how do you think that it went so far?
Well, I mean, personally, me, listen, I'm cool with who I am as a person, as a player, what I brought to the table. And like I said yesterday on my podcast with Scalabrini, I said, man, I go to sleep at night, man, and sleep well because I know everything I did in the basketball world, everything I done as a man,
Right.
as a husband, as a father. I could go to sleep and rest peaceful at night.
That's
now,
right.
can I say the same thing about Kevin Durant? I don't know.
Ooh.
Know, this all went from me giving Russell Westbrook praise on Russell Westbrook Day.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
why KD.
Kendrick, I gotta say this. I gotta say this. It seemed that what I really don't understand is, it seemed like that night that the Houston Rockets were playing in OKC, and it seemed like the closure that Russell needed, the fans were given to him.
Yeah.
And it was a night of honoring him, and it was a night of paying him homage,
Respect.
for giving so much to the organization. And I would just like to think that KD would have understood that.
Right.
But it just seems like, oh man, it was wrong timing. If he would have said it some other time, maybe it wouldn't have had so much impact. But to get into that on that night, man, just talk about that a little bit.
Well, to me, I apologize to Russ because, in my opinion, as far as with myself, I should have let that ride. But to me, man, listen. Once you start throwing words at me, I'm from Texas. I don't know how to fight.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I keep the AR fully loaded with all clips just in case. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Man, hold up.
We was just talking about you off the line, this Jade in the Shade, and I was like, look, Mr. Perkins was like, can someone hand me the bazooka? Because you just went off on him. You went off on him.
I did. I did. And you know what's crazy about it is that, not once that I ever mean that, that Russell Westbrook is a better overall player than Kevin Durant. Because I've been on record several times saying, hey, when KD's healthy last year, he was the best player in the world, in my opinion. Right. So, like at the end of the day, we're talking about, I was asked the question, who is the greatest Thunder? And, Russell Westbrook is the greatest Thunder because he embraced that opportunity. KD,
Right.
you had a chance to embrace this, but you
That's
chose
right.
to leave. Okay,
That's right.
fine. You left. But when you talking about as a Thunder player, Russell Westbrook leads their organization in points. He leads it in rebounds. He leads it in assists.
Yeah.
He leads it in steals. He leads it in games played. And
All
also,
facts.
yes, he has 138 triple doubles while wearing the Thunder uniform.
Yeah.
Come on,
Like,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like KD, when you left, brother, you left the door open for Russell Westbrook. You left him
Yeah.
that chair to sit in, and he didn't ask for a way out. He signed the extension and said, you know what? Hey,
I'ma
nah,
tough
we
it
gonna
out.
keep this. I'm gonna keep this organization afloat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just sad because, in my opinion, instead of KD sending out a tweet and being, and I think he would have gotten way more praise and props, and people would have looked at him differently if he
Right.
would have said, hey, man, hey, Russell Westbrook, I hope he get everything he deserves going
Right.
back to OKC tonight, man, because he deserves everything and more. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
You know
yeah.
how many people would have looked at him differently and would have been like, wow, KD, that was big. of
It
you."
was real
But
big. That
instead-
would have been real big of him.
But
Kendrick, I
You know-
gotta ask you, man. I gotta ask you. You know, you played with both of these guys.
right.
So, I mean, I've always thought to myself that one of the greatest differences between LeBron James and Kevin Durant, besides their style of play, is LeBron would have never responded to that at all.
Yeah.
He would have never
No, that's
even
facts.
he would have never even responded. So what I'm really curious in knowing is, did you experience, and you don't have to be specific at all, but did you experience any of these temperamental moments while you guys played together?
Who, me and LeBron or me and KD?
Well,
me and KD?
you and KD, yeah.
No, I never did, man, because, I was always in KD ear and telling him, basically, hey, man, if I was you, I would do this way. You know what I'm saying? I was
Right.
trying to actually be a big brother and guide him
That's right.
in ways to doing things. You know what I'm saying? And
I say it all the time. The reason why these younger guys have problems is because it seems like the league has a lot less of the OGs, sitting
'cause
in
you gotta
place.
have a heart.
Yeah,
You
man.
got a
But
heart.
you're right.
But listen, I want to talk a little bit more about this. Stay right here. More Truth Serum with Carl Thomas. We got Big Kendrick Perkins hanging out with us in the room. We'll be right back with more right after this.
True serum.